Hi, you're listening to a Tiff with Will podcast. My name's Tiff.
And I'm Will.
And in this show, we'll be talking about business ideas from two teenage entrepreneurs' perspectives.
With tips, tricks, and interviews to help you.
Help you take your business to the next level. I told you that, but you weren't listening.
I was. It's confusing. Help you take your business to the next level.
Let's go.
This podcast is all about educating other teenagers about everything business related, including tips, tricks, and awesome interviews. We will be sharing our experiences, failures, and success stories in order to help you grow and understand your business.
In this episode, we'll be sharing with you our stories and a bit about us. Hope you enjoy. So, Will, can you tell us a bit about your story?
Yeah, so back in 2015, when I was 13, I had the amazing chance to go to China. While I was there, I spent my $900 I'd saved up. I spent it and got some toys, and I brought back 3 different toys. I had $900 that I'd saved up, although Mum had to give me a loan of $1,500 so that I could buy it due to minimum order quantity. When I got back, I managed to sell it all in 1 week and made $10,000, which is awesome.
So how and where did you sell it?
So I just sold it at our local shopping centre. So you know one of the little shops in the middle of the aisle?
Yeah.
Just at one of those in 1 week.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So when we went back, I reinvested all my money and I bought enough toys to fill a container load. So 20-foot container. And when I came back, I sold it at a different shopping centre, at a pop-up shop, and in 4 weeks made $70,000, and that was only selling 2/3 of the stock. So we still had a third left, which we believed we could make another $50,000 out of it. So after that, we had lots of people asking us how we did it and what we did. And so we held a workshop. Yeah, so at that weekend, we taught and educated people how to import and what we did and how I did what I did and how I made so much money. And so after that, a few people signed up to our course, our high ticket coaching program, and yes, in that 1 weekend, we made $500,000, which I was extremely happy about. It was amazing. Yeah, so since then, we've held a few more pop-up shops. We held one a few weeks ago from when this is being recorded, and we made $11,500. We then have another pop-up shop at the moment, selling more fidget spinners, and yeah.
Are you still at school, Will?
Yeah, so I actually transferred to distance education. So it's like homeschooling, so I can do it all from home. But it's still like just changing schools except online.
Wow, that's cool. So what are you doing with all your money, Will?
Yeah, so at the moment we're reinvesting it. It's staying all in the business at the moment. Although I did buy my first gaming computer, which was amazing, and I'm really happy about. That's one thing that I was looking forward to. But yeah, so I should be able to buy my first house in August, which I'm really happy about, and that's my main plan for the money, as well as reinvesting it.
Wait, so you're a 15-year-old wanting to buy his first house this year?
Yeah, so I've always had that as my goal to be before 18. And then with the last workshop, everything's just going much better than we expected. And so yeah, I should be able to buy my first house this year.
Man, that's awesome. So what are your future plans, Will?
Well, I've got a goal to try and get 10 more houses in 3 years. I'm writing my first book, which should be published soon. We've got plans for another one. I'm going to be speaking, 2 big conferences with lots of people. I'm trying to get more speaking gigs, and yeah.
Wow. Man, it sounds like you've got your life sorted.
And also I want to retire before I'm 20.
Nice. Nice. Set your goals high. So, Will, if you're going to give advice to another teenager trying to start up in their business, what advice would you give?
I would say just look for opportunities. Try and get some money, get a job if you can, whether it's part-time, maybe mowing lawns, just something to start getting some seed money, making it work for you. Don't spend it. Reinvest it, even put it into a bank so that you can get interest. Just anything to make your money grow rather than spend it. If you've got a part-time job and for some reason you might have to spend some money, put aside as much money as you can from everyone. Set yourself a goal, maybe 50%, maybe 10%, every single paycheck you get, put it away, and yeah.
Yeah. So we'll be covering more on making your money work for you in a later podcast.
So Tiffany, tell us a little bit about you and your business.
So I first went to China in 2013 with Mum. I was 13. I went over there. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was just looking and just seeing what was over there, just going for a bit of a holiday. I came across some jewellery that I really, really liked. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get some jewellery and I'm going to come back and I'm going to sell it. So I did that. And when I got back, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to sell it. It all seemed way too hard. It wasn't the norm for kids my age to be selling or making a profit from doing other things. Like, the norm was just to go to school, or still is, just to go to school and just to get an education and whatnot. So yeah, it just all seemed too hard. And seeing high-end business owners not doing well in their businesses, or if they were failing, why could a 13-year-old do it? So it all seemed too hard, and I just didn't want to put so much effort into it that I saw everybody else putting into their businesses. So the jewelry business went away, so that was a bit sad, but anyway. But when I was 16 to 17 years old, I started selling jewelry again.
Cool.
So I created my brand, I created a logo. I started advertising to my friends and to everybody around me.
That's awesome.
And then I set my website up. So this was all just getting really, really exciting. I had my stock. I was getting everything set up to sell it, and I was selling some jewelry, which was really, really cool. And so my business is growing. So I have the party plan business. So I go to people's houses and I sell to them, and yeah, it's growing and expanding really well, which is really exciting.
So how many parties do you reckon you've already gone to this year?
So my business was launched in November 2016, and roughly I've had about 5 parties, which is pretty good considering that I finished school at the end of last year, and and I work full time as well, so it's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. So I don't know if you told us, but how old were you when you first started?
So I was 13 when I first went to China, but that didn't really work out because I didn't have all the processes in place. I didn't have any real motivation to help me get going into my business. But then I started again when I was about 16, 17 years old, and it's just grown from there.
So what motivated you to get back into selling?
Seeing my younger brother succeed in what he was doing. He made a lot of money in a really short amount of time, and it was just like a kick up the butt for me. If your younger brother can do it, you can do it too. Give it a go. And so I did, and it's going really well, which is really cool.
That's cool. So what are your long-term plans and goals?
So my long-term plan is eventually I'll have some consultants working under me, and then that means that I have time to travel and I have time to go to university and study occupational therapy, which is what I really, really want to do. So being able to travel and do that is my long-term goal with that. Yeah.
So what advice would you give to a young teenage entrepreneur that wanted to get some money to start their own business?
I would say if you've got a job, save as much money as you can, put it aside, put it into a bank so you don't touch it, you don't see it, it just keeps getting larger. And if an opportunity comes up, just grab it. Grab it with both hands and just take it fully. And you can just run with it, and you can do so well with what you don't know what you can do until you try it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, Will, this is an amazing journey that you've been on, but as a 15-year-old, it's hard to know what to do. So how did you get really into it?
What we really did is we had mentors. We got some mentors almost straight away when it all started, and we got them for a year, and they were awesome. They kept keeping us on track, telling us exactly what to do, when to do it. It was also helpful having Mum because she was also one of my mentors. Mentors are amazing because they lead you on the right path and let you do it. It's sort of like giving you a road and now you have to follow it. They give you direction, but you have to do the effort to get there.
What was the key thing that you got from having a mentor?
I reckon the key thing might have been that everything was realistic. Nothing was ever unrealistic. Nothing was ever can't happen, won't happen, too hard, you can't do this, you're too young. It was always, you can do this. How can we make this look realistic? We should do this. That sort of thing. Like, it was, I guess it was cool because it was always realistic.
Yeah, so they never put your ideas down or underestimated you.
Or put it in, they always put everything into perspective.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's so good.
Yeah. So what about you, Tiff? What's the key thing that you've got from having a mentor?
I think definitely the accountability that they help you with. It's a struggle to keep yourself going and on the right track. You can always veer off in the wrong direction, but they're there and they bring you back in. And even like you need to be flexible with what you're doing as well. And they just really help you with your business. They help you to grow it. They want you to succeed in what you do.
Yeah. So that's really cool. We've learnt lots of interesting things. I hope you have enjoyed the first episode of A Tiff with Will.
And I hope you've gotten to know us a little bit and enjoying our stories.
Yeah, and I hope you know a little bit more about us now.
Watch out for our next podcast of
A Tiff with Will.